Hey everybody, hope everyone's having a great day. Today we're going to talk about CBD and breastfeeding. I did mention in this particular live, my notes and stuff, I found a couple of other things about how endocannabinoids are crucial in conception as well, so I will mention that briefly. First I wanted to, of course, talk about the difference between THC and CBD. Okay, so marijuana versus hemp. I'm going to start doing this at the beginning of every video just so that the basic information is right out there for people, okay? The hemp plant is in the same family as marijuana. However, the hemp plant has 20% CBD, 0.3% THC. Marijuana is the complete opposite. It has 20% THC component and 0.3% CBD. So marijuana, the THC is the chemical that gets people high, and in hemp, it's so low that all you're doing is getting the medicinal benefits from it. There's absolutely no high. But with a hemp plant, you're getting huge amounts of medicinal and health benefits, both mentally and physically, with CBD. So there's that. We're going to talk about the risk of THC during pregnancy, okay? First off, it leads to low birth rate and increases the risk of a newborn being in NICU, okay? So that's not good. They are not the same plant. Hemp would never, ever do that, okay? Cannabinoids are found naturally in human breast milk. That's amazing. Which contains the same cannabinoids found in hemp plant, and they are crucial for correct human development. In fact, endocannabinoids are crucial in conception as well. The newly fertilized embryo has to attach itself to the uterus lining, all right, after intercourse. Everybody knows how that happens. We know how a baby is, attached and starts or whatever. And it requires a certain amount of anandamide, okay? That is an endocannabinoid. It uses the CB1 receptors that are on the fertilized egg, which are the same receptor types used by cannabinoids. So this enhances, for anybody who maybe, and I'm not saying to, that it's going to replace someone who's trying to fertilize or try to get pregnant, right? Who is having difficulty. But the receptors, the CB1 receptors are already found on the fertilized egg. So if you add more to it, just like all the other health benefits that I have been talking about, it can help increase the chance of pregnancy. So here's what else CBD can help with for people who are pregnant. Sometimes people who are pregnant will experience sadness. Not everybody is happy because they're pregnant. And it's not because they're not happy that they're pregnant. It's because moods and hormones change, okay? So it helps with post-pregnancy sadness, okay? Excuse me. I can't name the diagnosis, but you know what post-pregnancy sadness would stand for, right? It also helps, there's a trouble with drugs and breastfeeding, as like if you get prescribed medications to help with post-pregnancy sadness. So the most common treatment aside from counseling to help with it is prescription drugs, of course. Side effects can be passed on to the baby via breast milk, which the side effects can include but are not limited to insomnia, dizziness, weight gain, and diarrhea. Nobody wants a baby doing that, right? Most babies are already experiencing some of these issues, and why add to the problems, right? It takes weeks to work. So it takes weeks for these prescription medications to even help the mother. And there are no guarantees that it will work. Absolutely none. CBD is a far better choice as it is naturally helping the brain create even more GABA, which works on serotonin, the neurotransmitter associated with sadness. So it helps increase happiness by increasing serotonin and neurotransmitters, being able to produce that serotonin and to get them, the neurotransmitters working back and forth, right? So that's what makes people happy. Tramadol is often prescribed even though it is an opioid that is highly addictive given its morphine-like effects. It also slows your breathing and can lead to seizures. By the way, that's being transferred from the mother to the baby as well through the breast milk. So while it's true that the impact of CBD on breastfeeding women is unknown due to lack of research, it's important to remember that it comes from naturally grown hemp and is a far cry better from lab-created opioids often prescribed that usually do more harm than good. Okay, so again, the difference, okay? Hemp, you cannot get high off it, so you're not transferring any drug whatsoever. This is not marijuana. You're not transferring anything that can make the baby get addicted to it like you can with prescription drugs. You're not transferring harmful side effects from medications that are prescribed. Opioids can be addictive, and that's not necessarily something that a mother needs to be perceptible to. And not to mention the baby, right? Because everything that the mother eats gets transferred, or ingests, I should say, gets transferred to the baby. So when you think about hemp, all right, it's a supplement. It's not a drug. It just got freed 3 weeks ago now, I believe. And so it's not classified as that anymore, because after years and years and years of advocates hounding the government to release it as a classified drug, they finally did it. So now we're going to be seeing, and we already are seeing, there's already been a 50% decrease of people using their prescription drugs because they've been able to replace the majority of them with CBD oil. And it's amazing. It's a natural plant. It's like taking vitamin C, or taking aloe, or taking any natural vitamin or supplement to increase your health. Okay? That's all it is. It's a plant. I'm going to go ahead and just take my CBD oil because this is often something that people question. So what I do is I go ahead and I shake really well. You don't have to shake a lot. I squeeze the top of my bottle to ensure that whatever CBD oil is in the dropper gets squirted out, and then I release. Okay, so then I'm getting what I just shook up so that the formula is blended really well, and that's now into my dropper. I am on 750 milligram full spectrum, which means that there is THC in this, but just a very tiny, tiny amount. We do offer CBD oil without THC for those who don't simply want to use THC or get drug tested or whatever. So I just fill up my dropper about this much. Notice that beautiful green plant color, okay? That's because we don't use coconut oil, we don't use olive oil, we don't use grapeseed oil. There's absolutely no additives to our CBD oil unless you get a flavor, which of course this one that I'm using right now is cinnamon. Place this underneath your tongue for 1 to 3 minutes. Swallow, and then just make sure that you don't eat, drink, or smoke for 15 to 30 minutes after taking the oil. So here we are. And then you just wait 1 to 3 minutes. For the video's sake, I am not going to wait. I'm going to swallow, but that's as easy as it is. So you take the dropper underneath your tongue, let it sit there 1 to 3 minutes, swallow, and then don't eat, drink, or smoke for 15 to 30 minutes after that. So if anybody has any questions, drop them in the comments. You can message me at any point in time. CBD oil is huge. It's taking over, and I couldn't be more grateful. Love you guys. Hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.